It's starting to get cold. I don't think it's actually gonna stay too cold for too long, but it's starting to get cold, and I really need to get that stinking chicken coop roof finished. So I'm gonna go back behind the barn here. I think we've made up our minds. Obviously you saw I got the roof on and the tar paper on, so they've been dried in, but I'd really like to get something a little more permanent on there before the snow flies. So I'm gonna come back here behind the barn and see what junk I have, at least for temporary. Like, I know I took those panels off the old chicken roof, but I've got, oh wow, oh, it's getting bad back here, gee whiz. I've got some barn siding from 10 years ago now. We tore the old barn down, and it's kind of ugly and it's got holes in it. I know I've covered this, but it's gonna be layered up like crazy because they're just over 8 foot long, most of them. And as I've talked about in the past, I've got a 10-foot plus or minus a couple inches span. So I'm gonna take and layer these because I have them and I think that it will be okay. So yeah, here we go. I'm gonna dig them out and drag them out there. I might power wash them, I don't know. Like I said, it's kind of cold and it's windy. It's only 50 degrees, which doesn't sound very cold, but it was like 80 2 days ago. So yeah, I don't know, it's whatever, it's Ohio. So yeah, here we go. That was fun. I just covered it back up. There's a wood pile under there that I'm gonna guess I put there 8, 9 years ago. That was a temporary thing. I was gonna throw my old barn metal over it to keep it, you know, out of the weather for a while. And there it sits. Oh well. It pays off being a hoarder sometimes. I mean, this whole little hut thing was built out of this whole barn metal, as you can see. So I'm gonna grab the tractor now and move these pieces. I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna do with them yet. I might move them up by the house so I can think about power washing them, but we'll see. Okay, pretty sure in the last clip you saw me put these roofing panels here. I dug them out from behind the barn. It's probably been a week, but you know, it's a pretty nice afternoon, and I think I might try and clean them up some and lay them out and start figuring out how to put them on the roof. Yep. That was loads of fun. Yay! But they do look better. They're still ugly and brown, but they look better. I'm gonna go get set up out there. I'm pretty well set up, I think. Tractor is standing here with the sheet metal as high as it'll go. Little Mahindra, but better than, you know, nothing. Got my adjustable ladder that my father-in-law let me keep around until I'm done with this project. Thank you, Paul. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and try to set them up there and just kind of see how, because I know I'm gonna need to use 3, but I'm hoping that 3 is enough. Wide. I know I need, you know, we've already been over this. I gotta overlap them, it's gonna be goofy. I'm just hoping that 3 wide gets me all the way across the roof, so about to find out. I did it. I did a thing. I put a very used steel roof on my chicken coop. I don't know if you could hear me when you were way up there. I put a very used steel roof on my chicken coop. And it don't look too bad. She's kind of squared. Overhangs quite a lot, but I don't think that that's a bad thing. The overhang is very similar all the way around. You know, it's a metal roof. Right on. Yeehaw. All right, I'm gonna put some crap away and let the chickens have their coop back.
All right, so I honestly do not know how long it has been since Andrew put the roof on the coop. It's probably been, I'd say, at least over a month. Right now it's like the last week of November, believe it or not. Winter is quickly approaching. So our mission today is to get that window installed in the new coop. It's the same one that we took off the old coop. We just haven't had time to put it in yet. So we're gonna try and get the window installed. We have an automatic door that hasn't been working, so we've just been leaving it open, but we got our first snow a few days ago. So we really wanna try and get that working so we don't have snow just blowing into the coop, because that was an issue. And another goal we have today is to try and start insulating a little bit better and just fixing a few things here and there, maybe building another roosting bar for the new chicks since they're in the coop now. So we have a total of 17 chickens now in the new coop. So I guess that's on our to-do list today. Hopefully we can get it all done. Here we go. So something that I wanted to try out that I wish I would have thought of earlier in the season is I'm gonna use our old bags, like feed bags, and just fill them with leaves. I only have 2 right now, so I'm not gonna get very far, but I'll just keep doing it as we keep going through bags. And stapling those to the walls inside the coop and kind of use that for some extra insulation. Because it does get pretty cold here in Ohio in the winters anymore. So that's just another thing that I thought might help with, you know, some extra insulation for them this year. Obviously once it's really cold and lots of snow, I'm not gonna be able to get leaves around the yard anymore, so I can always just use extra like pine shavings and stuff that we use on the floor inside anyways. So we'll see how that goes this year. If you guys have any other recommendations, always open to ideas. ready? Your face looks ready. What do you think of the window?
I like
So much more natural light. Alright, so I think we are done with our to-do list for today. I'll spin you around here. So we went ahead and put all the extension cords in here. We like to have a little bit of a heat source for the chickens during the winter. Obviously we do not want one of those heat lamps because those are super dangerous. So we just kind of use this, I think they're just like brooder heaters. They're supposed to be a lot safer. So what we do is we have a heated water that's going to sit here, and then this orange extension cord is ran kind of under the door and then goes across and goes all the way out to see where the red chicken is there. So that little plate keeps the outdoor water from freezing during the winter because we were having a lot of issues last winter with everything just freezing. So we got that all hooked up, so we kind of just keep everything plugged in to this cord, and then out by the deck is where the primary cord is plugged into. So we don't keep it plugged in all the time. It's just, you know, when we know we're going to get a cold snap, we just plug it in, just the one cord by the deck, and that way we don't have to run out here and plug everything in, so it's a lot easier. So we've got the new roosting bars here. So we already had that big one, the kind of chicken tree, as I like to call it, and then this one up here. But since the 7 new chicks are out here, we went from 10 to 17, so they needed some more places to roost. And then of course the window, which is awesome and helps a lot with the natural light in here. So all in all, I think it's looking pretty good. I'll have to come out here, show you what we did outside. Oh, also we hooked up the automatic door we haven't had plugged in since we built the new coop. So we hooked the photocell back up to it. It currently isn't wanting to work, but we're gonna let her charge up for a little bit. I'm hoping that it's just because it hasn't been plugged in for a long time. So what do you think? Looking good?
Adorable.
So we got the little light, window, and then of course the sly roost, made by Metal Your Way. Yours truly.
Yours truly.
So yeah, I think for a couple hours of work, everything turned out good, and hopefully the chickens are going to be a lot happier.
I think so.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.